Oh, wow.
We're loud.
Your athletic ability, right, will eventually fade, but ownership doesn't, right? So it's important that the athletes of today learn to invest their capital right now while they are at their highest earning potential. And a lot of our athletes now are doing so, right? We've heard all the horror stories in the past, but now they stand on the shoulders of those that have lost all their money, and our athletes are becoming billionaires while they're playing and multimillionaires. So we're going to talk about two athletes specifically today that have made moves in the investment space that's going to separate them from their peers. With that being said, welcome to Freedom Fridays, brought to you by the Black Wealth Rebels. My name is Jimmy, aka The Talent, and I am joined by my brothers, Kamari and Corey. How are you, good brothers?
How you doing, David Ruffin? Thank you for joining us this week.
Was really good, y'all.
He's starting off with slander.
You said you're the talent. I mean,
that's what the streets say. I didn't say that. Like you be saying that. As a matter of fact, like you say it more than I do.
I'm Otis. I know my position.
There's nothing Otis about you, beloved. That's why you put yourself in the middle.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you look at the majority of our pictures, you're in the middle most, by the way.
Not true. Not true. As a matter of fact, we actually have flyers printed for our camp. Core, who's in the middle of those flyers, bro?
Well, we're not talking about flyers. We're talking about.
I was asking Corey, but I see you're trying to. You wouldn't even let Corey speak, man. Corey, how are you, Corey? How are you, good brother?
Don't do that, man.
What I do now? What happened now? What's going on?
Corey, you're always fine, man. Even when I try to recruit you to snipe the guy who snipes all of us, you be like, "My name's Bennett Knight, in it."
Oh, I don't snipe nobody, man. I show y'all brothers love, man. Y'all my brothers. I don't snipe nobody, man.
World-class snipers. I don't want to hear any of that. Both of y'all.
Here we go.
World-class snipers. Both of you.
Hold up. Did she change her name to Babs Bunny? Okay. Is that a second page? Like, what's going on? Babs. Shout to Babs Bunny, too.
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
She took him off the band.
She changed that a couple weeks ago. I peeped that too.
I didn't peep. Okay, I didn't peep. But shout to Babs Bunny anyway, though, man. Shout to Babs, man. Babs is super dope, man.
Yes, she is. She's always here. So appreciate you supporting. Appreciate you coming through. Happy Friday, everybody. All right, Jim. So you talking about athletes today, huh?
Yeah, man. And shout out to everybody in the village. And if you're not in the village, please join for free by going to blackwealthrebels.com. We've been dropping content literally daily. Yesterday, I was dropping something. Kamari actually jumped on with me yesterday for a quick joint that's fire, that's out there now.
I was dragged on.
here he go. You see this guy, Core? Anyway, but if y'all go to the village, you'll see the content has been dropping. We've been putting a lot of work into making sure that the village stays laced with all kinds of content. Shout out to Jarrell, who's a member of the village, who's also in the chat. And we got a number of people watching live. If you are watching live, let us know who's here. We are going to do a Bitcoin giveaway coming up, later this evening. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. But tonight's topic, though, we're going to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo as well as one Kevin Durant.
His whole name, don't you?
Huh? That's his name. I'm not going to disrespect his name.
Yeah, but
I'm not calling him his nickname.
Everybody calls him Giannis, but yeah.
I'm not calling him his nickname because I'm a grown man, but it is what it is, man. So
I'm not calling another grown man delicious.
Yeah, pretty much, more or less, man. So his Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. With that being said, though, he's making moves in the real estate game. Kevin Durant, the legendary easy money sniper Kevin Durant, has been investing and doing his thing behind the scenes as well. And we came across both of these articles this week, so we figured let's talk about it. Which kind of builds on the video we did last night. We talked about Eric Sermon from EPMD fame and his thoughts about investing. So this kind of builds on that.
And by the way, I went and watched the rest of his Breakfast Club interview.
Pretty dope, right?
It was a dope interview. Thank you.
Yes,
for that.
It was. Whoa! You think you? Hold up. Let's mark this down. 7/22, December 12th. Okay, Kamari saying something nice.
My brothers' love, my brothers and sisters' love, man. So
Kamari saying something nice. I gotta mark this down, man.
Cut it out.
Anyway, man. With that being said, for those that are watching us live, how are y'all, man? I want to check on y'all. How are y'all? I wasn't here last week. Kamari was slandering me. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't here, but I'm back. You know what I'm saying? But
I would never slander you, Jimmy. I love
bro,
you.
You played the video about, you just criticizing me for saying pause. But it's okay though. It's okay. I forgive you.
It's an observation.
I forgive you. I forgive you, beloved. Also for everybody else that doesn't know, our camp last week was phenomenal, right? I think that was our best Saturday school that we've had thus far. And it's only going to get better. We'll be back on February, the first week in February, for another Saturday school in the Germantown section of Philadelphia, 108 East Price Street. Other than that, man, what y'all got going on, man?
The room had to learn something. Learn a few things, man.
Yeah, man.
Jimmy, are you talking about this video?
I want to say something real quick, just really on some real shit, like some real black man shit. I'm too old to do the pause, no homo shit. You brothers look good.
Yeah,
you really do. Y'all look preserved. Y'all look healthy. Y'all look happy. Y'all look aligned. I just want to tell y'all that.
Thank you so
real
much.
shit. Real.
So was that the video you're talking about, Jimmy? That I played?
Yo, shout out to the legend Omarion, man. I find B2K hilarious because they be going out on tour all the time, and then once Omarion get tired of them dudes, he be like, "All right, I'm going home," and they can't tour without him. He's done it like 3 times. Like once they get on his nerves, it's like, "All right, y'all on my nerves." Like so,
They be talking about him too.
I mean, listen, because he got all the leverage. He like, look, either y'all gonna roll the way I'm rolling, or what we gonna do? Like, this is what I need. Because if I go home, y'all can't keep going. Like, y'all can go home and I can keep it moving. But if I go home, Anyway, it's a shout to Omarion, man.
Right. Happy Friday to you.
Omarion is underrated, but I digress. Hey, Nicole.
Omarion's dope.
Omarion got some slaps, bro. He got some slaps, bro.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Anyway, man, let's get into
against Mario. He got.
Oh, that's because Mario's a sanger. It's a difference between having slaps and being a sanger.
But Mario got some slaps.
Mario got some slaps, but if I'm being honest, if I line up slap for slap, Omarion probably has more slaps than Mario. However, live performance is not close. Like Mario could actually he's a sanger, man. I say all that to say, man. Let's get into this topic though. Let's talk about our athletes, man.
Hold on, we're okay before we get. You guys are more than Black Wealth Rebels. You are also financial Black Panthers. Oh, I love that.
Leave that up for a second, man. I gotta take a picture of that. That's going on my stories, man.
Financial Black Panthers. Shout out to you, sir. Shout outs to you.
I gotta take a picture of that. That's going to my stories. What are you talking about? My fault. All right, Warren, man, you made me excited, man. Pause. Like that. That's a amazing comment.
Thank you
he can't help himself, man. You are boy.
It's part of my language at this point, Corey. I don't even think about it. It's just like, Anyway, man, I want to start this conversation by talking about historically speaking, when we talk about our athletes, right? You guys have all probably seen the 30 for 30 that ESPN did several years ago, which talked about how athletes in general more than likely will be broke after their retirement. And I've known professional athletes that don't have any money. There was a story recently about Sebastian Telfair, who's back in the projects after making millions in the NBA. That came out recently. We've heard how much money Mike Tyson blew through. So we've heard all the stories, but there was a shift in, several years ago. This next generation of athletes. Look, what are you doing, bro?
Kamari is he lagging?
Yo, he always overproducing, man.
Is he lagging for you?
Yes, he is. Now he's frozen. He's over there touching.
You are frozen on both of our ends, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yo, Elsa, you good?
I'm not overproducing. I'm just saying.
I heard you playing a clip, man.
No, I don't.
All right, anyway, all right, chill. But what I was saying is this: we heard about the stories about athletes going broke, but a shift happened, with this current generation, and those athletes have started to get into investing. They started actually seeking out financial help. I remember watching I think it was the Warren Buffett documentary that was on HBO, either that or something I was watching in reference to him, and he was talking about how many athletes now reach out to him for advice when in the past they didn't even ask him questions, and he's actually mentored a couple like Ndamukong Suh. And also Terrence Crawford, right, where he gives them advice and tells them how to. But the fact is, what he was saying is, in the past, like he said, he chopped it up with LeBron, but he said the other two are like literally his mentees. Like he spent time with the other two. But what he was saying is, in the past, they didn't even like reach out to him, even if he made himself available. So there's a shift, is what I'm getting at in terms of the conversations, but also the actions, right? Because you can have as many conversations as you want, but if you never take action, what does it mean? So I say that to say, let's talk about a couple of these stories, Kamari. I know you're controlling the board. You may be choppy, like they're saying in the chat.
Nothing right now. He is choppy, man. My man is choppy, like a December night in Chicago, bro.
They calling you DJ Screw right now, man. But before you do anything else, can you pull the actual article up, or maybe pull up the slideshow with Kevin Durant?
So you want to start with Durant? All right, we
Let's start with Kevin Durant. We're going to talk about Kevin Durant. And while he's pulling the video, the actual slideshow of Kevin Durant, I do want to say something. Andre Iguodala, shout out to Andre Iguodala. I call him Iguodala. Me and Andre Iguodala once fought on the front lines for civil rights, but I digress. And by fighting on the front lines, well, I'm gonna send you a picture to show you. Me and Andre Iguodala was fighting on the front lines for civil rights, but that's neither here nor there. But he made a statement before. It was interesting. He was like, one of the reasons that Golden State had the success they had was investment. Right? He said that. Yo, come on! I don't know what you just said right there, bro.
Yeah, nothing you saying is making it through.
All right, I'm gonna come out and go back in.
All right, well, I'll tell that story because I know once you leave, this slideshow is going to go down. So I'll just keep telling the story I was getting ready to tell. So go ahead, do your thing. But he was talking about a lot of the free agents and people that wanted to come play for Golden State was because of the proximity, to Silicon Valley and investment advice and information, and how athletes were seeking that out. So they were able to build a dynasty in the championship team. And one of the things that they used in their back pocket was the fact that we have this proximity to early stage investments, and we're close to Silicon Valley, playing for Golden State, which I find interesting. I was watching the video today, Core, where they were talking about NBA teams like recruiting free agents, and they said that when the Knicks had all that free agent money, they paid the Wu-Tang a couple $1 million to record a song for Kevin Durant to try to get Kevin Durant to come to the Knicks. So it's a Wu-Tang song out there, and someone found it and they made it like some content about it where they're rapping about Kevin Durant coming to the Knicks. It is crazy because you see Meth, you see the RZA, Ghost, and they like going crazy, but the whole rap is about Kevin Durant come play for the Knicks. So teams be doing all this wild stuff to recruit people. Meanwhile, Golden State, like, yo, we got access to capital, we got access to early stage investment. So you gonna come roll with us, or you gonna go play in, wherever. You gonna go play for the Memphis Grizzlies. No shit, no shade to Memphis. I love y'all, Memphis, because Memphis is one of our biggest markets.
But I'm not talking. But they ain't talking like them over there, man. Boston started doing that too.
Yeah. So that's like a new thing for people trying to recruit athletes at this point. So if you look at the landscape in terms of what athletes are doing now, they're taking advantage of this and they're building wealth even beyond their active income that they get for playing basketball. Like, we can't forget the fact that they have a higher active income than the average person, right? But that doesn't mean anything because, again, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. A lot of people have a high active income and have nothing else beyond that. All right. Brother Kamari, how are you? You back?
Good. Can you hear me now?
We can.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, keep going, bro. I don't want to interrupt the show.
No, you can pull back up the slideshow in reference to Kevin Durant, so we could talk about some of the investments he's made along his journey, and he's continuously doing so. And what this made me think about as I watch this and I watch these athletes now is I don't know where they will be in 20 years, right? Because we've had Junior Bridgman, Vinnie Johnson, ex-athletes who've already like turned themselves into multimillionaires, and Junior Bridgman became a billionaire before he passed away tragically this year or last year. But I think about the money that was paid to like a Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell, some of the athletes in the past, and I always think about how that money would have compounded if they had the information back then, right? Because information is valuable. Because now what's going to happen is this money will compound and compound, and we don't know what it's going to turn into, right? We often like try to criticize a lot of our people for, man, you blew through this and you blew through that, but a lot of people still don't have the information, bro. So let's talk about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant invested in the WAP and Series B in 2017, which was worth $100 million, and is now worth $3.6 billion, which is a 36x return. So these are a couple of the investments that he's made. That's one. Yeah. He's flipping bread at this point. Robinhood. He invested in Robinhood Series D in 2018. It was worth $5.6 billion and is now $119 billion. So we don't have the specifics about how much he put up, but the fact of the matter is, you give me a 21x return. Let's just say he put a meal ticket in there. Let's say he put a half a meal ticket in there. It's still chicken. Acorns. I hate Acorns. That's another story. He invested $250K in Acorns in Series B at 2018, valued at $150 million, right? So is now valued at $2 billion, a 13x return. So you do 13x on 250. You know what I'm saying? You go do that.
I mean, that's what times 4 basically.
You do that, right?
But listen,
I mean, basically, he just turned 250 into like 4 million.
So here's the thing, right? This is money outside of his active income. That's the power in it. Also, I want to say this before we move on. I know Kamari got to say something. You can do the same thing. Now, maybe not Series D, Series B, and even some of those things you still can do, if you have the information. But a lot of times people see this kind of stuff and they be like, "Man, well, they make millions. They can do this." You could, if you make 50,000, you could take $1,000, and you know what I'm saying. Like, so you can apply the same strategy, maybe at a smaller scale. But the idea is to take the active and put it into something else. You know what I'm saying? That'll make something else or whatever JD can say. But go ahead, Kamar.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yes.
No, I was just going to say, tying it into what we do in actual real life.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the rule of 72. You and Corey are always talking about the rule of 72.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are great examples of the rule of 72.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, we don't really talk about it that much on the show, though. You probably should. Give everybody a quick breakdown on what the rule of 72 is.
The rule of 72 tells you how long it takes for your money to double. If you're in the village, go to the intro to the stock market. Is actually in the first video in the intro to the stock market that's in the village. But the rule of 72 tells you how long it takes for your money to double, right? You take your rate of return, divide it into 72, and whatever the result is how many years it takes your money to double. So if you're making 10% of your money, 10 goes into 72, 7.2 times. It will take 7.2 years for your money to double. Why that's important is because if you just take your cash and you're sitting in the bank and you're making 1%, that means it'll take the money in your bank account 72 years to double. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not waiting 72 years. Now, on the flip side, if you know how to make 36%, now your money doubles every 2 years. And you double and double and double. And that's how you make your money start to, do gymnastics. And we all like to have our money do gymnastics, right? So that's the rule of 72 in a nutshell. Do your Googles. The eighth wonder of the world is what Einstein called it. But looking at these returns from Kevin Durant shows you he was making things, do gymnastics.
His rule of 72 is 72.
He's flipping bread. So what's the next investment, Kamari?
The next one is Acorn, and then now we have DraftKings. Ooh.
DraftKings, right? Series D in 2017 it was worth $1 billion. Now it's valued at $17 billion, which is a 17x return. About this. About DraftKings specifically. I'm gonna get through Kevin Durant's investments, and then I'll ask you guys a question. I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat. We'll go to the next one. Coinbase. So Kevin Durant is also an early stage investor in Coinbase. He put up $250K in the Series E in 2018. Is now valued at $8 billion. Well, it was valued at $8 billion when he put in the $250K. Is now worth $75 billion, a 9x return. So you guys get the gist of what we're saying. They're saying Kevin Durant is actually one of the best investors in the world, is what the meme said. Because again, he got the opportunity and he's using his capital to make more capital, man. So shout to KD. Core, what you say, bro?
I say my man just turned 250 in the 2.5 M's, like 10x that John. Like.
And again, this is money on his side business outside of his main job. My man still got a job. That's the point. Like, he still has a gig. He has a gig that he has to prepare for.
Still going
put
to
his
practice,
body on line. He has to go to practice. He has media. He has a full-time job, probably more than a full-time job. Athletes, boy, the life of an athlete is tough. Like, I know it looks glamorous, but they put a lot of work in. But again, this is just more proof that you could take the same approach, active versus passive, and do the same thing. So, I want to point that out. He's killing it off the court, man, as Warren Man said, man. So you got to salute him for that. Postmates, right? Series D 2017 was worth $170 million. It got acquired for $2.65 billion in 2020. Another 15x. Cool. My man got a 21x, 30-something x, a 9x, a 15x. Kevin Durant is out here taking his capital and doing the Macarena with it. So,
triple doubles.
Right? My man hit grand slams and home runs all over the place.
Yeah, man.
Listen, let's say this. Even if he got 5 failed investments at the same value, he still in one investment made all of that. Like even if he struck out 10 times, one of those investments covered it.
That is the great part about investing.
That's
Buffett
a fact.
talks about that. It's
That's
like
a fact.
baseball.
All right,
It's
so I
like
think
baseball.
one more.
All right, so he invested in overtime. Series A in 2018, right then it was 40 million, is now valued at 800 million. That's another 20x return.
What is overtime? I'm not sure what overtime is. I never heard of it.
It's a media company that like does a lot of I think it might be owned by other athletes as well. So it's a media company though. Interesting thing, man. Kevin Durant might be a better investor than a ball player. Kevin Durant's probably one of the top 10 ball players of all time.
Oh, my man, vicious with it.
Yeah, man.
But
So shot.
Iguodala's got some of the same investments though, right? I believe.
Who does?
Andre Iguodala.
He does, right? Some of them, yes. But Kevin Durant also has like his own media company that creates a lot of content. And he has like his own fund. So Kevin Durant gets busy. But there's other athlete too that's getting busy, and a lot of articles have dropped about him this past week, which is funny, right? Because you hear like people like Odell Beckham Jr. salute to him as well. Recently, he went viral. We're talking about how making 100 million is not a lot of money, right? Which is why I saw the comment in the chat that says Odell need to hang with NBA folk. So it's a matter of perspective, right? Some people look at the money that they make playing their sport as just the money they're going to make, and some of them look at it as a seed. How do you see your money, right? And I can say the same for anyone, right? If you work as a teacher in a school, how do you see your paycheck? Is your paycheck for you to survive, or is it also a part of that to see to do something else? I'm trying to plant seeds to stampede the globe.
Great.
You know, when I'm deceased, by then the beast to rise like yeast, to conquer peace, leaving savages to roam on the street. But I digress. My fault, Corey. Nas dropped today, so you know I gotta. You know what I mean?
I understand. You know what's funny is because I'm not a Nas fan, it didn't drive me to straight to the
We're gonna change the subject because I do not want to hear your Nas slander.
There's no Nas slander. It's a good album. I'm not a Nas fan. How about this? I was more excited for the De La Soul album than I was for the Nas album.
Best verse on air is not. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, I actually like the De La Soul album better because I like them better than I like Nas. Nas is a great rapper. There's something about him that doesn't jive well with me. He's okay.
He don't stab enough people.
Great.
Which is also weird that you like De La Soul because they don't stab people either. Because Corey generally likes rappers that stab and shoot. Corey likes his violence in his content, so this is kind of shocking to me too.
And so
but anyway,
I was really excited for the De La Soul album, but the album I've been most excited about is Wale. De La Soul was cool. I've enjoyed Wale's album the best so far. I haven't gotten to Nas. I'll get to it over the weekend.
Yeah. Anyway,
you like Wale's album better than De La Soul's?
I enjoy it more. Yeah, I do.
Oh man, I gotta listen.
I do. But all right,
I'm gonna leave this alone. All I'm gonna say is, Nas dropped, so it's a holiday.
I'm gonna get to it over the weekend. I'm definitely gonna get to it over the weekend. But I know we got one more athletic superstar who's investing like crazy, right, Jim?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
But wait a minute, real quick. You were about to bring something up when we talked about DraftKings. What was that?
Got you. So I was talking to someone. They was like, "Man, you're killing it with the content, man." Like, and they were talking about like possibly hooking me up with someone to do some sort of sports betting, type situation. And I was like, I don't want to. And I was thinking about this. I was like, how do you guys feel about people pitching sports betting to the community? Because I think I think sports betting, and I've said this on a number of occasions, is the new crack cocaine. In fact, Kamari and I, right, it's a true story. Kamari and I were talking to some youth not too long ago. And Cora, sometimes when I mess with the youth, I'll be like, "Yo, if I give you $1 million right now, what would you do with it?" Just to see where they're thinking it. And you get the answers like, I'm gonna help my family, I'm gonna save for college, I'm gonna do that. One young boy was like, "Yo, I'm gonna put these parlays in."
He did. He definitely.
And he said it with a straight face. He like, I hear you, OG, but you give me $1 million a day, these parlays getting played.
Like, damn.
Right.
So do you this article that's on the screen right now?
Hold up real quick because I can't hear you. I must be my connection. But go ahead though. What were you saying, Kamari?
So I was asking, do you see this article that's on the screen right now? This is an article that ran 2 days ago in the Philadelphia Inquirer. Philly is the #1 market for online gambling companies, and addictions helplines are ringing off the hook. I don't think either one of y'all hear me.
I can
Yeah,
hear
I can hear you. I'm good now. I just had to
Damn,
fix my
I'm
mic, but I'm
like,
good.
I
I saw that
mean,
article, by the way.
You know what's funny? We had one casino within 45 miles of us about 15 years ago, and now it is about 15 casinos within 15 miles of us. Yeah, like it's ridiculous. Like, so I can see, like, literally in the infrastructure that's being built around Philadelphia and the surrounding areas where this can be super true.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm telling you, Core. Young Boy said with a straight face, you give me a ticket right now. I'm putting these parlays in,
I've
bro.
heard that multiple times from the kids that we talked to.
And it's to the point. All right, be real with y'all, man. I've been outside a lot lately, man. Right, so I've been in different events. It's Christmas time, so I get invited to all these end of the year celebrations, man. And it's wild. Even the baddies is outside talking about, y'all gotta put this parlay in. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's affecting our community. It's affecting our community in a way, dog. That's like, yo, the chicks is out here. Like, I gotta get this. Like, yo, like they like, yo, that you know what I'm saying? That the Maxi hit the unders. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's so for me, right? All money's not good money. And I think about things like alcohol. It is not that I'm an ESG guy and I'm like against all the different sin things,
You
but
don't
I would
understand.
have a hard time promoting and marketing alcohol and sports betting to our community. And I just want to know how y'all felt about it.
We was running the parlays in our other group, and we was like, nah, this ain't it.
Nah, and that's the thing. Like, so it's not that I don't indulge sometimes, like but I feel some type of way about it. So I just want to know how y'all feel about it, though.
I mean, I personally, I think it's part of the microwave culture, right? It's something they can do. It to be honest, it's what's keeping the sports leagues alive, right?
So no shots to these brothers, but I cut on TV. I see Jamie Foxx, I see Kevin Hart, I see LeBron, and they're all pitching sports betting, and I'm like,
well, I can understand LeBron, and if they're in playing sports, they have to keep pitching the sports betting because that's what's keeping the people watching. I'm gonna tell you like this: I don't even watch games anymore. I only watch the games if I got to bet on them. Unless I'm a fan of the team.
You know what's crazy? You're like the 50th person to tell me that, but I think it's ruined fandom, right? Because now a lot of people I know that grew up being huge sports fans only care if they got money on the line. Outside of that, they don't care anymore. Now, part of that is getting older, but the other part is they've touched on something, pause, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's just weird for me. So I just want to know how y'all feel about, like, if someone offered a bag to promote
football because I got a fantasy football team. I don't even watch the games no more. I put the
Red Zone.
I put the red zone on and watch my teams play on the red zone.
So that's the question, and I see that in the comment. It says just because someone is selling doesn't mean you got to buy. I agree with that 1,000%. But I just want to know how y'all feel. Do y'all feel any sort of like trepidation about that?
It's like smoking in the 50s and 60s, right? All the commercials,
all the cool people did it,
right? And all the cool, so-called cool people are now going to be gambling. And listen, I'm probably like the only black man who doesn't really follow sports, right? So I feel kind of left out, but I don't gamble. I don't really watch sports that much. But the way I see it, I think it's sad. And I think it's going to be like the new digital crack.
It's not going to be like it. It's already there.
It is.
You already wrote you just seen the article.
I mean, I know, yeah.
No, so I just wonder how y'all felt. So how you feel about this, Kamari? Somebody comes to offers us a bag right now. I want y'all to promote this sports bet now, and I'm gonna pay y'all X amount per month. What would your vote be, Kamari?
No.
And how about you, Corey?
You don't even gotta ask me, bro. We've been through this already.
Okay, I'm just making sure we're on the same page in terms of that, because I'm just like, and again, I'm not sending shots at anybody, but because I see it on all kinds of podcasts, I see all kinds of entertainers and people with platforms.
In 2019 and 2018, when the world was collapsing because of COVID and everybody was running up a bag online, people offered us some crazy bags to do some really not much of anything. but it didn't
No, I know,
job.
and we yeah, and that's when I knew Corey was my man. Pause, because I'm like, he said no to a lot of money. Corey told me one time. Corey told me one time, like, I ain't even got no money, and I'm still saying no. I'm like, that's my guy right there, because you can't be broke.
I was flat broke, and my listen, didn't care. Like, listen, I ain't even go. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Like the government smacked me in my head in 2019, 2020 for some money about my son, and they really collapsed my life. And we was getting these kind of offers at that same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it don't make no difference, man. No matter how much money it is, it's not who we are.
Yeah,
You can't.
I definitely.
Listen, that ain't who we are.
And sadly, I don't think enough of us are modeling that. Integrity over money, man. People over profits. There's not enough of us modeling.
Listen,
well, because
I always
people
think money gonna come to me, man. I always feel like money gonna come to me because I've never had a point in my life where I can't go get some.
Well, people put money on a pedestal, and people chase the money and not the value, which is a lot of the problems that we have across the board. People value money. It's funny, right? Because I've seen people have an opinion and no one cares, and then they get a couple dollars and have that same opinion, and everybody.
You know what I mean?
Like right or wrong depends upon how much bread or how much clout you have, right?
That drives me absolutely insane. That drives me nuts. I'm like, just that person's not smart. They got money. Like, I know a lot of dumb people with money. I know a lot of stupid people who got money.
And on the flip side, some of the smartest people I know broke as hell.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts.
I want to shout out the Warren man, one for the $10 super chat, but two for acknowledging the GOAT right there. So time to tell the truth. Kamari was right about S.A. Crosby.
Warren, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna tell you that Kamari's with a C and it's S.A. Cosby, not Crosby, right? And that's not hate. That's not hating either. But here's what I'll tell you. I've
this is common, man. Come on now.
No, listen, Warren's my guy, right? Warren looked out for us. But here's what I would say, Warren. It's funny because my criticism of Kamari was this having pom-poms, right? And pom-poms are
pom-poms too, because he's got all the stuff. I was just early and I was right. Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What I was gonna say is I've paid S.A. Cosby the highest compliment that you can pay, which is I acquired every single book that he's ever released. I paid for it. So therefore, I'm acknowledging his talent. I was just saying Kamari had pom-poms and jumped out of the window after like 2 chapters saying it's the greatest thing he's ever read. Like, so that's all I was saying. So, I still disagree with pom-poms. Here's the thing.
I gotta do jazz hands. Hold on.
But technically, I gave him the greatest compliment because I saw it early. And yeah, what's wrong with having pom-poms for a black author? We sitting there talking about sports betting. We sitting there talking about all the degenerate stuff that's going on. Hey, I'm pom-pomming. I'm fanboying for literacy. I'm pom-pomming for authors. Especially.
Well, where I come from, right? Even if you're right, let's say you turn out to be right and he's the greatest author to ever live. I still don't believe in pom. I still don't believe you could say that after the way you did it. Even if you're right,
as long as there's a lot of bodies of work, man. It's a lot of bodies of work out there, man. It's kind of hard, man, to say that one person is the best.
I didn't say the best.
You did. You have.
What I said.
You did.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. He's
called him the GOAT.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he's the best. There's multiple GOATs. LL, who coined the phrase, said there can be multiple GOATs. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Yo, greatest literally means there's none higher.
It depends on which way you define that.
No, that is no. In the dictionary, greatest means there's none higher. Great S-E-S-T means there's none higher.
S-M-C.
Nas. That's the answer. So I mean, you know.
But people argue that all day long, right? It's still an argument.
I don't argue. I mean, it's nothing to argue about.
I'm talking about you, man. I'm talking about the peoples.
People argue everything, though. That's just what people do. Like people. That's literally what the internet is for. You know what I'm saying? But I want to show you that in this book right here, it's called Sports the Book, which you can find at sportsthebook.com. There's a whole chapter in here that has a theory, and the theory is called the Table of Gods theory. which goes into the idea of what it means to be the GOAT or the greatest. I just want to put that out there. Like, it's already been written about it and broken down to its very last compound.
So can we share the link so we can get some sales for that book, sir?
Sportsthebook.com is the website. Sportsthebook.com. You can also find this in your bookstores and also online at Amazon.com, but I digress. Sports the Book. So anyway.
No, I'm going to buy the book. I'm going to read the book and I'm going to review the book. And I'm going to say Jimmy is a GOAT as well. I'm going to limit myself to Corey's definition of GOAT.
Come on,
that means none before it, none to come, man. Like,
come on, I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna slander me. I wrote this book years ago, and I
never slander you, man.
I'm gonna tell you why you're gonna slander me. Though, right?
I personalized Jimmy Pom Pom just for you, man.
Because I might be the first author that uses pause in his literature. So.
All right. Listen, the next.
I'm gonna give you an example, right? Because I actually
let's get to Giannis's.
All right, so you see this joint right here.
Okay.
Right there, it says no Skittles, right? So that was at the time that was a jargon I was saying, but I'm just saying, like, maybe the first author to use. I didn't use that in there. You ain't gonna get me canceled.
Okay.
I might have said no. I might have said no Bosch, but anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So Giannis bought a Brooklyn apartment building for like $14 million. That was after we was going to talk about, right?
Yes.
Giannis,
So Giannis Antetokounmpo is turning into a real estate developer and investor. He's purchased apartment buildings in Milwaukee, and he recently bought it because people are speculating that he's trying to get to the Nets to play ball. But anyway, looks like Giannis is turning into a bit of a real estate investor. He's putting his capital that he makes in the NBA and from endorsements into buildings, which is fire.
And I mean, this is the building that he brought. I'm kind of impressed.
That's a fire building too.
Now I want to make sure.
How many units? How many units is it?
So according to the article, it was 14.1 million acquisition, 111 Clarkson, an 8-story. I counted 7 stories, but an 8-story, 28-unit apartment building. Jeez, that's
he's getting that money back. He's getting that money right back.
So Jimmy, what's the cap rate on that? Or if you would do a generous cap rate on that, what do you think it would be?
So that's in Brooklyn, so that's a little bit different. My go-to cap rate, and by the way, you have to extrapolate the cap rate is operating in. So don't even hold me to that. But I probably would give him like anywhere between a 6 and 8 cap on that, which will make his value extremely high. Because I think that's a layup. One of the things about New York real estate is it's a layup. Like, New York real estate is a layup. You literally just buy and survive. What I mean by that is you may have issues with tenants, whatever. If you're going to survive and just let time do its thing, time is going to do all the work for you.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've always found interesting about real estate is I know people in different walks of life, rather, in different businesses, different professions. Some of the wealthiest people I know who also are some of the least intellectual people I know, let's put it that way, are in real estate. Like, I know wealthy people in real estate who really they're not that smart. And I know a lot of other smart people in different professions, whether that's science, law, whatever, that are super smart that don't have money. And the thing that separates them is literally the land. Real estate does the work for you.
So right? You just give us a real PC explanation. You basically saying there's a lot of dumbasses in real estate that's getting.
I know some dumb successful people in real estate. Yes, I mean it's the industry that I work in day in day out. So I talk to more people in real estate than any other profession, and I know some dumb people that are extremely wealthy because they just bought and just survived and waited. Time did everything for them. That's the thing about real estate, right? So I'm working on a project now that I'm developing, right? And I'm in the middle of developing this project, going through all the upfront things you have to do. In the middle of me doing this, someone just bought another piece of land around the corner from where my development is, and they broke ground on 12 new units. I got nothing to do with that. But by them doing that, they did some of the heavy lifting for me. Now my land is now worth more because of what they did. That's the beauty about real estate. Some will say it's also the unfair thing about real estate, because if you want to get into real estate, the way the land is used is not really used to help as many people as possible, but people are just operating within a system. I saw a thing today about a gentleman in California, right? He hit the lottery for like $900 million. lucky, hit a lottery, Powerball. And he's getting criticized because he's taking his lottery winnings and he went over there where they have the California wildfires, and he's buying up all the land using his lottery money. And people out there were like, this is like almost a second disaster happening, because he said, I'm not doing this for charity. I'm trying to make more money. He actually said it. And so, but I'm saying that people are operating within the rules that we're allowed to operate in. You're allowed to control land that way. But what happens when you control land is a lot of the things that happen surrounding you add value to what you have. So the reason there's dumb people in real estate is because everybody's doing the heavy lifting for them. If you can just survive by buying the land, over time you'll have more money. Giannis happens to have an income that's probably the top 1%, but he's also taking that income and he's building something else for him and his family. So I think it's salute to him for that. But that's just one purchase, the Brooklyn building.
So how much does Giannis make?
Let's see. What's Giannis's salary? Let's ask
between 40 and 50 mil.
What is Giannis Antetokounmpo's annual salary?
So he's got a 3-year deal for 186 million.
In 2025,
Right.
2025, his salary is 54.13 million.
Right. So the deal was a 3-year deal, 186. Jeez.
Yeah, but it's broken down. It's not.
$70 million a year. The end of that deal is post 70 million.
But here's the other part. He's so young. That's the crazy part. Giannis has accomplished so much at such a young age.
He only like 31, 32.
He's going to be due for another max deal. I don't even know what that's going to be. When Giannis is up for another deal, he's going to be making like 80 million a year. But
listen, think about this. Luka like 26.
It's crazy, bro. These
numbers about to get stupid out of control. Luka's like 26.
Like talking about celebrities and entertainers that much, right? But I do believe they provide a blueprint that everybody can understand, or at least gravitate to and see the relevancy to. You could actually, like Jimmy said earlier, you can do these same things in your own life. You can buy your own, maybe not a 14 unit or whatever unit it was. You can buy a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, right? You can do that at your own scale. So you can operate at your own scale. So you don't really have to chase what they're doing, but you can do it in your own way.
Man, listen, run your own race. Run your own race.
Because at the end of the day, as we always say, we got taxes, we got inflation, and we got death. Those are the 3 certain things in life, like Marvin Gaye said.
Yeah.
So you got to do something.
You're hating? Count on it.
Yeah, taxes are a relatively new phenomenon.
They might be new.
I
wouldn't say they knew though, but
relative to human existence, taxes are new.
So here, well, I guess it depends on how you define taxes, right? Because I feel like people have been getting taxed since the beginning of time. You know what I mean? I think.
All right. If you define, if you use a broader definition of tax, like people been getting, taxed and waxed for
taxed poetically.
Okay.
So
wait a minute, hold on. I just Googled it. Taxation has existed for approximately 5,000 years, dating back to the earliest of human civilizations. Ancient Egypt, the first known, of course, Egypt, right? Shout out to the Africans. The first known system of taxation was ancient Egypt around 3,000 to 2,800 BCE. So,
I have some unpopular opinions about taxes that I think I've been working on some content about it, but I think I'm gonna share it in the village because cussed out and treated bad. But I have some unpopular opinions about taxes.
Can we get one right now?
All right, so I'll give you one, just one. People complain about taxes, right? But all the things that taxes provide, if they were not provided, you wouldn't be able to pay for it. You wouldn't even be able to afford it because a lot of that burden is shared by all of us paying, whatever it may be.
What's that famous saying? Niggas know the price of everything and the value of nothing.
There you go, right? So a lot of the things that you actually get because of your tax dollar, you wouldn't even be able to afford without taxes. I'm gonna leave it at that. But
water, gasoline, there's so many subsidies, food. But yeah.
Listen. People don't realize that the reason you're able to go to the market and get food that's relatively safe for you are because of taxes. You take that away, you go think about this. Before they started taxing and there was an FDA and people checking our food, people was like just taking like literally taking gambles. I'm gonna go over to this. I'm gonna go over to this man. I'm gonna
go to the market and buy food. That's crazy, yo.
I'm gonna go buy this lamb, and I'm gonna cross my fingers, and I'm gonna buy this. You know, what I mean, the butcher gonna give me this meat. I'm gonna cross my fingers, and we gonna, you know, say a wing and a prayer. Yeah, I mean, you might get you a piece of chicken, and then you look up and you with the ancestors.
You were taking all kinds of chances, just going anywhere. Listen, I'm not gonna complain too much about taxes because I'm not the dude to complain about. Me and the tax man have had our run-ins also.
Steve with the facts. That's facts, Steve. Had to send your money to Caesar. And we ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about the ape either, man.
So no, I never turned my back on Quan Mills. Quan Mills is hilarious, but I haven't.
Listen, man. Shout out to that sister, man.
Thank you for reminding. I'm gonna buy Quan Mills' book because his
Quan Mills not black.
Quan Mills is black.
He is. He's a brother. Yes, he is. He showed his face. Yeah, he showed his face. He's a regular looking ass.
Who was he's a regular that was making all of the crazy content that was.
We thought that he wasn't. No, because we were speculating that this dude can't be. He actually started showing his face on. He got a whole TikTok where he'd be like showing his face now. All right, he's a regular looking dude too.
Now I might actually buy the 750,000 books that he made because my man got like 1 billion books.
Talk about prolific.
My man be flooding.
So here's the thing, right? There's a video in the village for those that missed all the content that dropped this week. I want y'all to go check it because I'll be taking my time to make all that fire for y'all. So go check it out. But there's a video that says that 5 doors is enough. And in the video, I'm breaking down why you don't need 100 or 1,000 rental properties. You get a couple of them, you're good. And if you get 5, you're better than most. Most real estate investors do not make it to own 5 properties. You get 5, you're in the top like 1% across the world. Because most real estate investors, don't own 5 buildings. Now,
shout out to my daddy.
Yeah, shout out to Pops, man. But the thing is, watch that video and then it's broken down why. So I say all that to say you can operate at whatever scale you have. Maybe it's not even a rental property. Maybe it's just you putting money in your Cash App to put into Bitcoin or stocks, whatever it may be. But the idea and the strategy is still the same, which is why this video is important, man. Shout out to Rate Gun, man. Always saluting and sending a chat in, man. Yeah, just 5.
I wanted to get the chickens for him. So he says, Jim, does your new construction lend anything to the Anton Daniels Bowl? I don't understand the question.
Yeah, when you say lend anything, I'm not sure what you mean. Like I've seen his play and I've seen the videos you sent. There's something else we gotta go back and respond to, Kamar. We gotta respond to that video too.
Jim sent us that, right? And so, but real quick, I like what he's doing.
No, listen, Jamil, what I'll tell you is based upon you sending me that video, I looked into the strategies that he uses in business, and I got nothing but respect for how he operates that part, right? Because he has a clean strategy and it's super dope. He's buying the buildings, you know what I'm saying? He's running a media company, so that's super dope.
But he's also talking about providing excellent housing, right? He's not do a cheap landlord thing or a slumlord type thing. So, I commend him for that.
Yeah, I don't agree with all his content, but that specific piece and how he's running his real estate empire, I think is super dope. And it's actually a little inspirational too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, because it's something that I'm already practicing, but to see a brother doing it at that scale is a little inspirational too. So, I appreciate you sharing that with us. And just 5, yes, just 5 doors. You get 5 doors, you're doing better than most, man.
Yep, just 5. Just 5. There we go.
And by the way, I got a whole video. It's in the village. Go to blackwealthrebels.com. It's for all members. You know what I'm saying? And for the paid members, I got some fire coming your way. But I digress. Go ahead, Kamar.
I don't want 5. I got a goal. I want 50. I want 50.
He wants 50 doors.
50, not 50. 50.
Yeah, he wants 50 doors, man.
Hey, God, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Man, listen, I had a conversation with one of my mentors this week, who's a developer. And some of the stuff he was showing me, man, I don't even care for 50 doors, man. I was trying to do the smooth development.
Yo.
Or you think 5 mils will assuming they'll
Yo, Talcum got low. I ain't heard his name or seen him in a minute. Talcum got low. What happened to him?
No. He turned Muslim and he be over in Palestine. All his content is about Palestine now.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Maybe that's why. I didn't know that. I didn't even know he turned Muslim.
Interesting.
He was all up and down my timeline a couple years ago. Now, but what happened to the boy with the blue vest too? The boy that was a quote unquote civil rights guy. He used to wear the blue vest, and he ended up running for office or something. He was out here with Talcum too. Him and Talcum was getting busy. Y'all know who I'm talking about? He used to wear the blue bubble vest. That was like his go-to look. He was a Black Lives Matter activist too with talcum. But
are you talking about the boy from Baltimore?
what's his name? Yo, if any of y'all in the chat know his name, what's the boy that used to wear the blue? I ain't seen him either.
It's something Davis. I can't think of something Davis. Okay, so Jamel says I was meaning in terms of other investors driving up the comps in the area for you, but themselves as well. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah. So that's the thing about real estate, though. Other people be doing all the work for you.
But I mean, that's a factor of the market, period, though. Whether the stock market, real estate market.
Yeah, that's it. D. Ray McKesson. That's it, y'all. Y'all be on it. Y'all be on it.
Yeah, I said D. Ray Davis. D. Ray McKesson. Yeah.
D. Ray Davis is a comedian, ain't he?
D. Ray Davis is a comedian, correct?
Real quick though, Jarrell sent me an inbox. I gotta send it to you, Kamari. Like the video I did about the 5 doors, and I shared the video that you sent me that prompted me to make that video. And the boy, he was like, he thought one of them boys in there was you because the boy looked like you, and he was saying, "Is he any kin of yours, man?" So
Are you trying to slander me?
Wasn't slander.
So that was the video I sent you, or that was something that he sent you.
If you sent me the original video about 5 doors is enough. He was saying the gentleman in the video, whose video it was, resembled you.
I gotta go back and look at that. Okay. All right.
No, it wasn't slander, man. He said you're doppelganger. That's all.
Listen, people say I look like a whole lot of people, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
anybody bald with a beard is Kamari twin, man.
Yeah. Me and
people
Corey.
People think you and Corey related, man.
We brothers.
Yeah, man. So listen, what do y'all think about I want to know a couple questions, right? So I saw some comments about like people have to have self-control, what have you. I get that. My question to you is, how do you I got 2 questions. What do you think about Giannis becoming a real estate developer and KD with these investments? What do you think about athletes actually taking a turn and now just changing the trajectory of how athletes are treating their capital? That's one. The second thing is the sports betting conversation. How do you guys feel about sports betting? What do you think about celebrities that market sports betting to their community? Do you feel any way about it, or are you just like, look, they get in the bag, so let them get the bag? Or do you like look at them a little bit sideways? I just want to know what your guys' opinion is about both of those topics.
So number 2, I think sports betting is fucked up. It's going to be fucked up, and it's the new digital crack. Have anything else on it, but I mean, addiction has been a problem. Addiction is always going to be a problem, sadly. And yes, you could talk about self-control, but there are a lot of people who are predisposed to addictive things. They need that, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whether it's women, whether it's working out. People are addicted to these vices, and I think it's dangerous.
I've been hearing conversations online, and I've talked to Corey about this because Corey be like pouring his heart out trying to teach people, and I'd be like, yo, they don't care, right? But he's a natural teacher, so Corey always wants to educate, and I'd be like, yo, these people don't care. And I think what I'm coming to grips with is that, and I'm not speaking to anybody watching us because our village is special. I really believe the people that rock with us are special. I really do. But as I spend time online and I see conversations and how people engage with each other, and even out in the real world, it makes me realize that the average man doesn't care about anybody else. Like most people don't care about any. And Diamond Dave told me this years ago, and I wanted to debate him, and I really can't debate him. I know he was right when he said it, but I think I had more faith in humanity than I do now.
Or was your feelings hurt because you told you the truth and you couldn't deal with it?
Diamond Dave always spits power. Diamond Dave always tells the truth. But I remember him telling me, he was like, yo, everyone suffers. Because he was so, Diamond Dave be extreme, but he was like, most people don't even care about their kids. And I'm like, what you mean? He's like, most people care about their kids as in terms of how their kids make them look. But the average person only cares about themselves. But as I navigate the world, get older, get more experience, he's on to something, man. People don't even care about other folks, man.
So I do say about that, but Corey, I want to hear what you have to say.
About which part?
Either one of those 2 questions Jim posed.
About sports betting or about
well, 2 things. The athletes actually making a transition from what we used to hear about athletes to now athletes are becoming early stage investors and real estate developers, all that kind of stuff. Like, what do you think about that transition in terms of because most of these athletes we're talking about are our brothers and sisters, right?
I'll say this. Most athletes aren't making the transition. I feel like it's the same thing they did to our larger community. Where they show us the shiny, and they it's something going on behind the scenes where things is not, because Odell Beckham, you didn't see a rush of athletes running on there to say he was wrong.
So what you're saying is there's probably more. You're saying there's more Odells than Giannis and KDs.
It is. So I
Okay.
think that's the one piece. And two, I'm glad that there are a lot of younger and more polished investors, because I like to see, you know, those young brothers hold on to their money. But they got nigga habits and champagne money. You know what I mean? Like,
So I'm glad you said that though, because that's a whole other talk about this conversation. And I'm glad you said that because what's the brother's name? Anton Moore. He wrote an article years ago I read called like The Decadent Veil. And in his Decadent Veil article, he talked about how in the larger society they show us Oprah, they'll show us Diddy, they show us Jay-Z, like to make us feel like, hey, we got to be doing more. But most of us are broke, right? But they'll keep putting these people in front of us to say, hey, you know, you guys are doing better, right?
You can do it.
Yeah, like, and it's kind of like
and my thing is, it's not inspirational. It's psychological warfare, right? And so it is. It's not inspirational at all, because my thing is, you watching Kevin Durant make 20 and 21x and 50x and all of that stuff. I mean, it's good. You know what I mean? Good for him and good for the people around him and the money. But for the greater community, it doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't do anything for the greater community for him to have that money, because we don't we don't own any of the means of production. We don't own any of the means of production to anything. And so with us not owning the means of production to anything, I am happy for him and the people around him and the families that, you know, that he affects. Right, because a lot of these dudes are very giving and they help a lot of people, and I'm not shitting on them in any kind of way.
No, you're on point. I love what you're saying. I just want to see if Kamari pushed back, because I know Kamari generally pushes back on thoughts like that.
So I don't have a thought on that, but I agree with Corey's first point. I don't think there's a major change in the athlete entertainer wealth creation dynamic. I think they are on Front Street. They're getting more popular. We have social media, so they are getting more highlighted now. But how many Kwame Browns are there?
Right.
You know,
first of all, Kwame Brown is a success story. We're not talking, because Kwame Brown still got some of his money. Like, he's not totally broke.
He got some, but the way he got ridiculed, he doesn't have the same level of a mass. That's what I mean. And the other brother,
he got ridiculed because he was the #1 overall pick. And so the ridicule came from his draft status compared to where he ended up his career.
Right, but they also correlated that with how much money he has or does not have. I know he's got his farm and he's got his tractors and all that stuff, but I'm just saying, like, it's not the uber money that everybody thinks athletes are able to make. And the second point of Corey's is like, I know y'all like to talk about and stuff and anti-capitalism, but here's the thing. Human beings have always been stratified. There's always been an upper tier and a lower tier, whether it's capitalism, socialism, or whatever ism. There's always going to be a stratification. You're always going to have upper and lower echelons of people. I mean, you see that in the rule of, not the rule, the 80-20 rule, right? When you follow through the 80-20 rule, like when you'll see the majority of money goes to about 20% of the people, or 80% of the money goes to about 20% of the people, the majority of people who will drive on the roads, 80% of the people will drive on 20% of the roads. That factor seems to play out in everything in life. And so you're always going to have that. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't even think about that.
So what you're speaking of is the Pareto principle. That's called the Pareto principle.
That's it. Finish? Or are you going to cut me off?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I don't really care about that, because people are going to do what they're going to do at the end of the day. What I have to do, what Kamari has to do, is make sure I'm doing my very best for me, my family, and my community. So, go ahead, Jim. I know you had to push back.
No, I was just telling you that what you're speaking of is called the Pareto principle.
The Pareto principle. He wasn't pushing back.
I wasn't pushing back.
What you were saying.
It was coming. Go ahead.
Hey, yo.
Come on.
Now.
Come on.
No, it's not really a pushback. You feel how you feel. I'm not going to speak to your feelings. I just hate when people say this has always existed. Because things have always existed doesn't make it right or wrong, right? It's like if it's always existed and we're in the place that we're in now, maybe we should be trying something different. And I'm not saying that I have an answer to what that may be. I'm just saying that because we've always done this and because this has always existed, that drives me insane. It's like, okay, let's try to fuck something else then, because this shit ain't working for most people.
I am all cool with trying something else. However, when a thing is a thing, the nature of a thing is a thing. If I'm in the same room with a tiger and I go in there and I say, oh, maybe the tiger will do something different and not eat my ass, I'm the dumbass who went there thinking I'm not going to get ate.
Yeah, understood. On the flip side, I'm glad a lot of my ancestors didn't think the way you did. They didn't think because this is what's happening and we just got to deal with it and figure it out.
They did think the way I did.
No, they didn't. They said, no, we got to do something different because this shit ain't working. It's what they said.
No. But see, you're cherry picking because you didn't take what I said. I said my job is to do the very best I can do for myself, my family, and my community. And a lot of our ancestors did that exact same thing.
And some of them said, I'm not doing my best. I'm breaking out and I'm breaking myself, my family, community out of this bullshit, and we're gonna move forward. So basically you said you want to be a good slave.
Some of them.
Oh, no. We're not going there. We're not doing that.
He's plotting right now, y'all. He's trying to get.
No. I'm saying that's kind of what you're saying, right?
That. We're not doing that.
I'm not calling you that. I'm saying when you say that, I just got to do my best. I got to do my best within this system.
Sir, you kind of did. Listen, if you said it, own it. I'm cool.
No, because I wasn't saying it to disparage you. What I'm saying is you're saying that I just got to do my best with what we got. And what I'm saying is I don't believe our ancestors said I have to do my best. They said, F this. I'm not doing my best within this system. No. I'm going to the way I look at it. That's my perspective.
That's fine. That's fine. So when you see people, because me and Jim were in New Orleans together and we were in the Treme, right? Mm-hmm. It's a great village, a great community. What did they do? Many of them brought their family members out of slavery, and some would say they were still slaves. And so that's doing your best within the system as well. So it may not always look good. It may not always look pretty. Some people put them down. But what did they do? And they talked about this, right? They went and brought their older moms and they took care of them because sadly, you can't change the system, but they can do the very best you can in it and then make and fight for change at the very same time.
I'll say this. I agree with part of what you're saying. And the other part of it, I think, is full of malarkey.
Okay.
And so we'll say this. I'll say this, right? There have always been people that have worked within whatever systems that are there because that is one way to better the lives of themselves and the people around them, right? Working within those systems to try to create a better life for the people around them. I'm not mad at those people. The thing that they didn't understand about systems is that these systems are built to protect themselves. And so these systems are going to, especially capitalism, it's going everything. And I mean everything, right? The sole job of capitalism, right? I don't care what your textbooks tell you. The sole job of capitalism is to move money from the many to the few. That is the sole job of capitalism, to privatize public things.
Even a term called capitalism, that was always a thing.
What I'm saying is, but that's what capitalism, that's not what the capitalism that people are getting fed. They don't have any idea what the actual job of capitalism to do. The job of capitalism is to privatize and make people pay for things that are publicly things, which is why they're taking all of the things goes back to Jimmy's point earlier about your tax dollars, what your tax dollars actually do for you, which is why they're making your tax dollars do less for you, even though you're being taxed at the same rate or more. Because the job of capitalism is to take things from from public sector and put it in the private sector and have you charged for it. That is what the job of capitalism is to do. It is to take the money from the many to the few.
I would say that's not a job of capitalism. That's
the sole job of capitalism.
So that's what people perceive the job of capitalism is. That's corporatism, right, at its greatest. Because everybody just kind of blankets throws capitalism under the bus, but they never talk about corporatism. They never talk about imperialism, because that's what's really happening. It's not necessarily capitalism per se.
Capitalism is the daddy of imperialism.
No, it's not. Nobody's ever seen true capitalism. Nobody in this country.
Nobody has ever seen true. I'm sorry, Kamar. I had to cut you off. Nobody's ever seen true capitalism, because capitalism is the daddy of imperialism. Capitalism eats all the other isms, right? Because the drive for capital. Pause. Super pause.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I was laughing because it reminded me, like what Fred Hampton said. He said, racism is an excuse for capitalism, and he also said, he said white capitalism didn't solve white poverty. So the fact that we think black capitalism can solve black poverty is funny, because he said the same thing you said, Corey. And this is not me. This is Fred Hampton. About what capitalism actually does in terms of what it means in a textbook versus what it actually does in real life. So
I would say the great chairman was wrong, and he's one of the people who quote this all the time. Corporatism and imperialism is what is the real problem, but I don't want to belabor that all day long. I'll say this.
I mean,
I'll say that we need A.G. Gastons, right? So when Martin Luther King was out there, right, because A.G. made it in the quote-unquote capitalistic society, and A.G. was not always on this right side of history. He was about getting his bread. But when he said, you know what, I've seen what's going on. King's locked up. He's locked up for fighting for me. I'm going to bail his ass out. I'm going to make sure civil rights people got a place to say. That happened because they leveraged capitalism. So we can debate all day long.
Hey, listen, man. I'm not even debating you. I was going to leave you with this. Last thing I want to say about this whole conversation.
Finish.
Okay.
Cut each other off, right?
Well, that's because you're delayed. So it looks like you're stopped talking, but I don't know that you're
got a
talking.
delay. So it looks like
so I'm not trying to cut you. I'm not trying to cut you off. It looks like you're stopped talking. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm still talking. So what I will say is, at the end of the day, if we want to make things better for our community, we need more revenue. We need more money. Period. Whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever you want to call it, because Corey, you say this all the time. People are going to people. So I don't care about the titles. I don't care about none of that. Let's just get to the bread so we can help our folks. That's it. That's all I got.
All I'm going to say, last thing I'm going to say in this whole conversation, man, one of my OGs who was a pure capitalist, he was purely about his bread. And he told me, he was like, I know this sounds hypocritical because I'm out here getting money. He said, but black people in masses rooting for capitalism is the equivalent of a chicken rooting on KFC. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So with that being said, though, let's see what the comments say, man, so we can do our giveaway and we can, get the rolling.
How about that?
My young boy been good tonight too, man. He ain't show up in the screen but 1 or 2 times, man.
Shout out to Yusef.
Yeah, man. Let's finish this up because Corey just jinxed it by saying that. So now he about to
sit in my lap and beat my right here.
Yeah, man. So we need a hashtag for tonight's giveaway. We had a lot of conversation. Somehow our talk about Giannis and KD led to a talk about capitalism. Shout out to shout out to Dina, man. Dina, and shout out to everybody in the village who's watched all the work that's been put in this week, man. I told you I've been working overtime, man. I want y'all to go watch my 5 Doors Is Enough video, Eric Sherman video. What else did I talk about this week? Oh, Africa and Bitcoin. Yeah, the village is popping, man. Shout out to Jarrell.
Africa and Bitcoin. Give us a 30-second blurb on that, sir.
So there was a conference in Africa in reference to Bitcoin, and the people of Africa are saying that Bitcoin for them isn't about number go up. It's about survival, and how a lot of people in Africa are adopting Bitcoin and is not the same way that we're looking at it in the West. We're looking at it in the West because we just want to see the number go up. But for them, it's a matter of life or death. And, it's kind of talked about within that video. So you can check it out in the village at blackwealthrebels.com. Again, I want everybody to join because these platforms be like, hating us, man. But also my 5 Doors video is back there too. So all the members, even free members, get access to that content. More content coming up this week. But I appreciate y'all, man. So Jimmy, what is your suggestion to change the mindset of the community? Like Harriet said, I could have freed more people if they knew there were slaves. I think that it's a lot going on. There's not one answer to that. The more I study, the more I learn, the more I live life, the more I realize that all of us need therapy. All of us, right? So a lot of the issues that I once thought were economic really aren't economic, right? And again, not that the economics doesn't matter, because economics are tied to everything. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I agree with you 1,000% on that.
Yeah, but I'm coming to learn that we have a lot of issues that we need to deal with and a lot of traumas we really have to deal with. But, my answer, and every time I'm asked that question, always comes back to the same thing. and I'm online talking about this for the last 20 plus years. To me, Black love is where it starts. And I know you're like, yo, you keep saying the same thing, but that's my mission. My mission is to lead with love, and Black love to me is where it starts, because the idea of loving ourselves and loving our community, that is where we need to get to heal. Because once you actually love yourself and you genuinely, really, truly love yourself and your people, you move differently. All the things that I talked about people just not having any sort of like sense of humanity, that changes once you love yourself. So it starts with a lot of healing that we have to deal with. That's just my opinion.
All right, so Jamel has a question. What do y'all think about Fawn Weaver, Uncle Nearest founder, clowning the cat who said he remembered her from middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade? I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, so send it to us, and we'll go over it.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't know what's going on. The man with the right. All right, what's up, Jabbar? Shout out to Jabbar. I just talked to Jabbar. I was asking Jabbar for his advice. I'm trying to structure a sub 2 deal, and I was asking Jabbar. Jabbar sent me some documents and paperwork already. So shout out to Jabbar.
So he's for it. He's for it.
Oh yeah, Kamari knows about the deal. So yes, he told me a way to structure it. He told me the maximum amount to pay. So Jabbar is a real estate genius. So
okay,
I'm just trying to put some couple plays together, man. There's theory and then there's real life. That's a fact.
Need more banks,
schools, land, real mentor. Grab
that's
land.
our first.
We got a couple hashtags. We got Giannis, grab land, investor. We got a bunch of them. 5 doors. $25 is 27,000. Listen, for those that won last week, LaJoya and somebody else went to Brandy E. Y'all sent me. No one sent me their lightning address.
LaJoya sent you her lightning address.
No, she didn't.
She sent you. It wasn't the right one.
She said she didn't send me a lightning address. I actually responded to her in the village and said, I walked her through. I walked her through how to get her lightning address. So she didn't, but yeah, Giannis. Yeah, I wanted somebody to put his full name just to see Kamari try to spell it on the joint.
I'm not doing that.
Hashtag love. I appreciate that. So
love, that's your new name.
Hey man, Jimmy Love. I roll with that, man. Don says, is rugged individualism a key component of group economics?
Shout out to Don.
No.
Rugged individualism is a cancer, right?
Yes.
And this is why. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier about the shiny, the shiny nickel syndrome, right? The rugged individual shows you that person, that shiny nickel, that one person, that couple people. This is what I'll say about that. Just because a rose can grow in the desert doesn't mean it should. Right? Just because a cactus can grow in the ocean doesn't mean it should, right? It just because something can grow in a place where it doesn't belong, it shouldn't grow, doesn't mean that you should grow more of it. What it means is that you should change the environment so the things that are supposed to grow there do grow, right? And so I really have strong feelings about the people that you surround yourself with, right? Again, Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, and if you don't know who that is, go check out his work.
He's a goat.
He is my educational mentor. He is the person who my educational philosophies were built upon, right? Because what he did is a lot of what he said agreed with the upbringing that I had from my family, but it was in academic form, right? And so I could see why my family was moving the way they were moving and educated me the way they educated me, because they were working on the principles that Dr. Kunjufu talked about. But when you talk about rugged individualism, that is a cancer to our Black communities, right? Because even if every person does well, then all of us does well is a fallacy, right? Because of the way capitalism is structured. Like Kamari said, there has to be somebody on the bottom rung for the top rung to survive. So everybody's not going to be everybody's not going to be able to do everything for themselves, which is why community-based work is needed, man. And rugged individualism is the bane from hell. Like, we got to get away from that.
I feel like they only sell that to poor people, though.
I mean, they sell everything to poor people so that they stay that way. What are you talking about?
When you really examine it, wealth is truly a team sport. So anybody or anything that's really getting a lot of money, it's not one person, it's not two people.
It's always a team.
Right. It's a whole network. It's so many things going on, but it's not just one person doing it. So rugged individualism is a lie.
I just want to put out there that my educational mentor is Luther Campbell, and my priority is like, don't stop, get it. So I just want to put that out there.
I ain't mad at that. Or it could be
don't stop, get it.
But a lot of people's educational mentor is Mr. Paper Chaser himself. I'm a paper chaser. I got the block on
juvenile.
And to the moment I expire. And listen, it sounds inspirational until you actually listen to what he's saying. It's not inspirational at all. Like, paper chasing to get you but so far, man. Like, yeah, we need more capital, but you gotta have ethics. You gotta have a community component to everything that you're doing, or you're gonna stray off, and then your community is gonna suffer in a way that you can't fix. Right? So I don't know, man. I can't, like Kamar said, people gonna people, but the rugged individualism is not how we historically have thrived.
Understood. Yo, what's some more hashtags, y'all? If everybody watching, more hashtags. Go ahead, Kamar.
Since Corey brought up Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, one, rest in power to that great brother.
Rest in power to the legend.
But also, get his book, Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys. Now, he's got more than one book, but that
got about 30 books, bro.
That's one of his most favorite. And I think that book is not only important for Black boys, but I think it's also important for Black girls, too. So I encourage everybody to get it.
Yo, also, Jamil already sent me this video. I didn't even finish watching the video, but I didn't know that Fawn Weaver was one of them people. Like, yeah, she Anyway, I gotta rewatch it. I'm not gonna judge her based upon just a quick couple seconds, but she ain't gotta play my man like that.
All right, send it to me.
Yes, sir. Got you.
We got a hashtag. Is it going to be love? Is it going to be an investor?
We got Giannis. We got investor. We got love. What else?
I like hashtag love, man, because that's what
hashtag we 5 doors. I like hashtag grab land too. Giannis grabbed that land out there, man.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, man. New York real estate is a layup. Like, you just buy New York real estate and you go mind your business.
If you can get past the border.
Right. It's going to cost you $150 to get in and out the city.
Man, listen. Yo, I think that is the biggest scam in the history of Earth is tolls, yo.
Listen, I used to go to New York probably 5-6 times a year. And most of the time it was to go, to Broadway to see, Broadway shows, because I'm a fan of the, of the arts. I haven't been but once in the last.
What's your favorite Broadway show you've ever seen?
Lion King. I can't lie. Lion King.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that say that.
Second would be the joint about Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton to me, all right, this is an unpopular opinion. It's gonna sound crazy. So let me chill. I think Hamilton, I'm gonna say that. I think Hamilton is the single greatest piece of art ever made in any genre. I don't care if it's music, movies, play. That bringing all that together the way that brother did.
Yeah. Hamilton, the two that I like, my two absolute favorites are Lion King and Hamilton.
Lion King is fire. Anyway, I'm sorry. Kamari, what was yours? Also, I like Fela too. Fela was super fire. I saw it on Broadway.
I haven't seen Fela.
My number one is Fela. I've seen it 3 times. Absolute fire. By the way, the Fela podcast is phenomenal as well. Also, we're talking about Broadway. I just saw Hell's Kitchen by Alicia Keys. I didn't
see that yet.
I thought that was really good. I thought Color Purple was really good.
I like Color Purple.
Lion King was good.
The Wiz is fire too. You ever see the Wiz on
Wiz is super.
I'm not a Wiz fan.
Wiz is I'm just
whoa. Are you talking about Broadway or the Wiz in general?
If Corey doesn't like Nas, I cannot like The Wiz. I'm
But
sorry.
both of those are
Oh,
shocking.
I didn't say I don't like Nas. I just said he's not one of my favorites.
You're not a fan of Nas.
I'm
No,
not a
I'm-
fan.
I'm
I'm
not-
not. I'm not a
listen.
super fan. I'm sorry.
Art
I like
is
Nas.
subjective.
I'm not a
Art is
super fan.
subjective.
I'm not a super fan of The Wiz. I'm sorry.
Art is subjective, but you like one of the most blackety black people I know. So for you not liking the Wiz is kind of weird to me. It's like, where's the disconnect there? Like, you like Motown, you like Mike. I'm pretty sure you like Diana.
Shout out to Barry Gordy.
You love Barry Gordy. So I don't see you like you not liking the Wiz is actually shocking to me. Is there some sort of trauma surrounding that or something?
I like Mahogany better if we're talking about Barry Gordy and the Motown productions.
You're not answering the question though, so it must be some sort of
Answer the question. I did.
I ain't asked you nothing about Mahogany. I'm like, what is it about the Wiz that you don't like? Because to me, it's actually shocking for you. Not that you're a blackety black person.
Just I didn't like it. I didn't like
Okay.
it. So I'll be totally honest.
What's the joint about? What's the name's life?
I don't like remakes. I don't like remakes of white shit.
There we go. Okay, so that answers my question. Then that answers my question.
And I don't like remakes of white shit. I'm just saying
That right there, brother, answers my question. You ain't gotta say nothing else. I get it. You know, make our own shit. Don't bite that. I got it. I'm with you. All right.
Yeah. What's the joint about? What's the name? Where the sister sings the end song.
Hamilton's fire.
What's oh my God? It's about James Brown. About James Brown in his life.
I don't know, but I saw Michael Jackson joint.
The one where the chick that won the won the contest, Jennifer Hudson, the one where Jennifer Hudson sings the last song.
Oh, Dreamgirls.
Dreamgirls.
I just saw that. I just saw that a couple months ago at the Walnut Street Theater. It was super dope.
Oh, they brought it back to Philly.
It was here for a minute.
So Jarrell, I think you're thinking about Pele, the Brazilian soccer god. Fela is a Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yo, so I listened to the Fela podcast you're talking about, right? And I knew a lot about Fela from interviews. I've seen the play, but in the podcast, I learned a lot. One is I didn't realize how many times the Nigerians arrested Main Man.
Yeah. They was on his top shelf.
Yo, he got arrested more than 100 times. They threw his mom out the window. Like they was wilding. Like
listen. They did the same thing to Bob. Him and Bob.
Bob got a prayer. They tried to 86 Bob. Fela was at a different level, bro. They was trying to 80 to the point where he had to just move to Ghana because
What you think he had to move? Bob? He had to move to London.
No, listen, bro.
Well, no, he did go because of the Civil War too, but they didn't kill Bob's mom. They
threw his mom out the window, bro, for music. And you know what he said? I'm gonna make more music. Each time they broke his face, bro. They locked him up because of his song and broke his face. Yo, how you break somebody's face, B?
I mean, but what I didn't know his mom was also a revolutionary as well.
Yeah, man. Like he was about that life. He was like, yo, you can do whatever you want to. Like, short of killing me, you ain't gonna stop me. Yeah, the pod was different, bro. The pod was.
Now I gotta go see the musical because I haven't seen the musical.
The musical was fire, and plus one of the chicks in there had a number. Yo, but the other thing about Fela, I didn't realize that how classically trained he was. Like he actually went through.
He was about that thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, so I know about his music, I know about his songs, I know about the revolutionary part of him, but I didn't know that at the core of all this is he was classically trained. Yeah. Before he became a revolutionary, he went to music school and was classically trained at some of the best schools in music there is. I didn't know that part either.
But here's a funny thing, right? And it happens a lot when you study African diaspora. A lot of our most revolutionary people who are not from America have to come to America to become revolutionized. So we saw that with Kwame Nkrumah. We saw with Fela, many, many others. And Fela, again, the one thing
Walter Rodney, same thing. Like a lot of them.
The one thing I didn't know about Fela is that he was very much inspired by Malcolm X.
Yeah, and I also didn't know that he had smoke for James Brown because he said James Brown was stealing his stuff. But and I also didn't realize how. I also didn't realize how influential. I knew James Brown was influential, but I didn't know how influential he was in Africa. When they talked about when James Brown came out, Africa went nuts. Like I said, Africans literally changed their music when they heard James Brown because they was completely inspired by James Brown.
Yeah.
And Fela was like, Yeah, but he stealing my stuff. I'm sorry. But make a long story short, I enjoyed the podcast, as you guys can see. So it was super dope.
But
So
you know
I've never gotten to the Fela podcast. Like I like the music so much that like I never even got into it. Like I never even thought about Fela until probably about 15 years ago. Like, so I wasn't really, you know what I mean? Like I really wasn't into the music because I was way super heavy into Bob. And people was like, if you like revolutionary music, you need to listen to Fela. And then I started listening. I was like, oh, I didn't know. Like
no, Bob to me, now Gamari gonna get mad when I say this, right? Because I love Fela, I love both of them, but Bob's music is far superior, in my opinion, because I think there's only like one or two people that have. There's only one person, honestly, in my opinion. Y'all know who I'm gonna say anyway. There's only one person whose music I think is better than Bob. There's only one person ever. Like, so Bob is top 2 to me. So I can't be mad at you for it. Like, Bob is Bob.
Yeah, but the thing is, we was at a matter of fact, I was at a bookstore. I might have been at Hakeem's, and then I might either Hakeem's or the joint on Broadnary. And
Black and Nobel,
and they were out. You know, I was in there buying books, and I was talking about music, and then the young lady who was in the bookstore put me on to Fela because I had no idea who.
That's the one thing I missed about Black and Nobel being there, right? It is, and by the way, shout to them because they carried my books too. But Black and Nobel, you will be put on to so much stuff just by being there in the mix.
Yeah, like I had no worldly clue who Fela was. I had no idea. And I don't know why I wasn't exposed to Fela, because I've been exposed to so much music and Afro-Caribbean music and African music that Fela should have been something that I was exposed to, and I just wasn't. And I had no idea.
Listen, well, you got it now, man. So to me, Bob and Stevie are 1A and 1B in my musical standism. With that being said, though, let's get to the giveaway, man. What is the hashtag gonna be, y'all?
Hold on, Jim. Gotta throw this out real quick. What does Stevie have in common with Fela and Bob?
Revolutionary music.
Both of them.
They all black.
No, but Stevie was kind of inspired by both of them. He definitely loved Fela. Definitely loved Bob Marley.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Both. You can hear it in his music.
Yeah, both of them.
You can hear it in his music. Like Stevie, man, Stevie 101, dog. And after seeing him live, I just put it to another level. I saw the man damn near 80 years old, and it's the best concert I've ever seen in my life. All right, so Jamil says that Charlie Munger channel AI. I believe it is because they got Charlie Munger talking about Cherokee and Pinky. I'm like, dog, you can't be having Charlie Munger out here talking about random stuff. So I believe them joints are AI, bro.
I need to see that.
I'm exaggerating, but they have him talking about things like how Charlie Munger, like, yeah, the Eagles didn't cover last week. I'm like, dog, how you got Charlie Munger out here talking about stuff that Charlie Munger just don't talk about? So I'm exaggerating, but shout to Cherokee too, because because she be. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We not put a hashtag up there, y'all, because now
please.
My young boy, first of all, my young boy getting impatient, so I don't want this show to end with him screaming at me.
He is stellar tonight. He's outstanding. All right, I'll call love. Hashtag love.
All right, hashtag love. It is what it is. Don said it says it's AI in the description. All right, Don. So Don cleared it up for us. I knew it had to be. They got Charlie Munger talking about, yeah, I'm putting this parlay in this week. I'm taking the Dolphins. I'm like, cut dog, why you got Charlie talking about?
Got Charlie Munger talking about stuff he ain't never seen before.
Like, yo, what's going on here, man?
Oh man, that's funny as that.
Yeah, man. But Corey, you gotta take out that Fela pod. It's super dope. I learned a lot. Anytime I can learn something.
With you, I've listened to one complete podcast in my whole life.
You probably won't like this either because it's really an audio book and not a podcast because it's free, but it's one of the Audible free joints.
I've gotten better with audio books because y'all have made me realize that I'm not gonna get through as many books if I don't do audio books. So I've gotten better with the audio books, but the podcast, like, I just can't listen to them talk.
Hey, Kamar, I meant to tell you too, Kamar. You sent me a book earlier. I get my credits drop on the 15th, dog. So I'm right on that. I'm getting into the ratchet rabbit hole with you.
I don't know if I would use a credit for that though. Well, depending on which ones you get. Because I think that was like $11, $11.99 something.
Yeah,
like
you one of them dudes too. You do the math. You're like, all right, so the credits equal out to. I see what you did there.
All right, so listen, y'all, be careful. It's hashtag L, lowercase LOVE.
Is case sensitive? I don't know. It was case sensitive.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Case
So,
sensitive.
Jamil, to answer your question, yes, I have. I got it from Larry's, the Larry's joint. In let me see. It's one at Larry's that you have to go look up Larry's Detroit style pizza because Larry's in Philly got one, and I had it from Larry's. Oh, and also the Santucci. Santucci has been around in Philadelphia for my entire life, so I've been on Santucci's. But they did just let Beans open up his own Santucci's in University City, which to me is mad interesting because Santucci is a family here in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
and they don't let nobody in their business. Like, so I don't even know how that came to be. Like, I didn't see any of his interviews. He talked about how it came to be or anything like that.
Compete against Joey.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, Santucci's is a family business. That's a family business. I'm like, how he get in with them? But salute to him for that though, man.
Well, he a South Philly boy.
Yeah. He's South Philly sicko, as he says. But I love the growth pause of Beans, like hearing him talk and basically take accountability for all the stuff he's done. To me, is super dope because you know I grew up in the era where Beans is outside, and this Beans you got now ain't the same. You know what I mean?
I party with Beans at home. So
man, listen, Beans is my Eskimo brother, but I digress. But I say that to say this, man. The you know, it's super dope, but I have had it, and it is.
Hey, Jim, man, you gotta stop, bro.
I'm just listen, man. Could I share my life? I'm just being honest.
Stop,
man.
bro.
These are people, man. I'm honest with our people, man. But I digress, man. Listen, all I'm saying is, I'm answering Jamil's question, though. We're getting back to Jamil's question. Yes, I have. I had that one from Larry's. It's actually so good that it's scary. So I don't even want to talk about it because I'm trying to stay away from him.
For our audience who doesn't know what an Eskimo brother is,
you see, you making it worse. You bringing it back up, dog. You could have left that alone.
No, I can't. You are hilarious, bro.
Hey, Jamil, yes, I listened to that thing first thing this morning. I think it was like 12:30 when it dropped. I put it right on. You know what I'm saying? What's my favorite joint? It's called like.
Over this, bro.
I'm just being honest with y'all. It's a true story. That's not.
He said he my Eskimo brother.
Yo, that's an absolute fact.
Bro. You are absolutely fucking hilarious, bro.
Oh yeah, so Jamil, my favorite joint on there.
I caught that immediately, and I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
Yo, Jamil, my favorite joint on there is called Get Ready, GIT Ready. That's my favorite joint on there so far.
Oh,
Primo actually has been getting cooked on Twitter and Instagram all day though.
For what?
They're saying that, you know, everybody's saying Nas rapping his ass off, but Primo didn't give him Primo like beats. They said Primo kind of like, you know, fell short on his project.
Oh man.
Now, I love Primo, right? But what I will say is this: the Nas Hit Boy is far superior. I will say that. And the other thing I will say is the best person right now. I can't say this publicly for political reasons, but you know what I'm getting ready to say.
White boy.
Yo, all the partner joints albums that he's doing, whether that's with Freddie Gibbs, whether that's with 2 Chainz and Larry June, even Erykah Badu, he is leaving Earth. But you know, that's another story. We could take that into the village for a hip hop show.
Yeah, about what Eric Sermon's going to do with all these collabo albums.
Did you hear the first one?
I heard him, but I don't know which one you're referring to.
The one that just came out.
Oh no, I didn't hear it yet.
Yeah, one's out already. It's out already, and he got MOP on there, EPMDs on there. It's all duos. Yeah, it's all duos. Super dope too. It was, you know, I like outside the box stuff. Yes, I'm talking about Alan the Chemist, but you know, I'm not gonna say it for political reasons. The AZ and Nas joint is super fire though. All right, so how many people we got right now, Kamar? We got 10 folks.
We got
way more people watching. We got way more people watching. So listen, a couple more minutes and we're gonna close this out, man. Matter of fact, we can close it out now.
A lot of people are misspelling it.
Y'all don't want this chicken. It's all good.
A lot of people are misspelling it. They're doing capital L and not lowercase L.
All right, remember this, y'all. Lowercase L, LOVE. You know, or whatever Music Soul Child said.
I'm thinking about the Stevie joint. Love and need.
I'll
say this.
Love today.
Two things about the boy that you was just saying. he is severely underrated, and he stopped making music too early, man. Music Soul Child, man. Like
Yeah.
in that era, he was going crazy, bro. Him and what's the boy name? Maxwell. Him and Maxwell in that era, bro.
I'm laughing at Jamil, Alan the chemist, and Alan the prophet. No Alan the prophet, dog. Yo, shout out to Maxwell. Maxwell get money once a year. He run the bag up. Y'all ever see the Maxwell cruise?
Yeah, man.
I was putting Kamari down with the Maxwell cruise. I was like, yo, Maxwell runs a cruise every year, the Urban Hang Suite cruise, where he gets a bunch of R&B artists. And he puts them on a cruise.
I'll say this about that album. I canned a lot of yams to that album, bro. That joint.
See, now you talk about me. You out of pocket, bro. All right.
That album was crazy.
But peep the Maxwell play though. I think it's super dope because
it is.
He gets a bunch of R&B artists.
I ain't gotta go.
You get out on the boat.
Come to me.
So think about this. Think about if anybody's ever been on a cruise. Every night is something going on, but every night you go from having like, you know what I'm saying, like Kim, and then the next night you got like Johnny Gill. Like you got all these R&B artists. Every night you go into a show, basically. That's super fire.
That's why I say. My thing is, he not going on tour. The tour coming to him.
But the other part is, the prices for them joints be wild, bro.
Like $1,500 per night.
$1,500, dog. You can't per night. Yeah, per night, baby. Yeah, on a 5-night basis though. Like them prices be wild. Like if you see the regular cruise price and then the Maxwell cruise price, it's you talk about taxation.
Yeah.
Shout out to him though. He figured that out. That's a fire little hustle.
Listen, bro. If you can get people to pay $7,500 over a week, you know what I mean, to hear you.
Listen, man.
You know what I mean.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought about going to the Jonas in February 2026 only because my favorite current GOAT is going to be one of the R&B acts on the next Maxwell cruise, which is PJ Morton, by the way. By the way, real quick, while we give a couple more minutes, what did you think about the PJ Morton biography that I told you to read?
That was excellent. It was excellent.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Good luck. Thank you. See, you thought I was gonna say something crazy.
I did.
I like it. I just like Eric Roberson better. That's all.
You say what?
I just like Eric Roberson better. That's all.
No, I have no problem with you like Eric Roberson better. I think PJ Morton is better than Eric Roberson. I think Eric Roberson is super dope though.
Okay.
I like R&B music, so
All right, so I need y'all to listen to a young boy named Jalen Naganda. He got about 50 songs on Apple Music.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to text me that name because that sounded Jalen Naganda. I don't know who that is, but
Jalen Naganda.
Put that in the group. Put that in
the
group.
He got the Ozzy brothers out there. He got the Ozzy brothers, Kim, Lucky Day, Kelly Price, PJ Morton, Moonchild, L. Varner, and Tweet, and more. Who's the and more? Okay.
Yo, do you know who Moonchild is?
That's somebody changed the name of Moonchild. Who was that?
So she's super dope. She sounds very much like Erykah Badu. She's a 6F sister, but she sounds very much like Erykah Badu.
My question is
6F for a sister. There's no 6F sisters.
Come on, man.
Yo, how much did he have to pay the Ozzy? He got the Ozzy's on the boat. What was that check like? I know Ron ain't come for nothing like, you know what I'm saying?
He ain't coming for nothing but the profit, man.
Nothing but that.
Yeah, Mr. Biggs got that. They had to cut him a nice check pause. Like,
all right, let's get to this Bitcoin giveaway before we all say something dumb. Well, at least me, because I'm getting tired.
Jamil said that you rock with music as the hustle. Jamil, that right there is probably where he lost people. I don't know if y'all remember that.
But that music was actually good though. The hustle stuff was good.
To you.
Okay.
Yep, that's the dude from Liverpool. Yep.
Corey, do you remember when Music Soul Child changed his name to The Hustle and started rapping?
No.
Yeah, he did that.
And so no. So I don't have that bad memory of him because
I just want to sing music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta run. I got clients calling me.
All right, let's get it, man. Let's go. Let's go with the 10 we got. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is a small pool, so somebody got a nice chance of winning. You got 1 out of 10 chances. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. And the winner is good luck to everybody. Oh, Warren Man. Let's get it. Congratulations. Warren Man. If you are here, let us know in the chat right now. Because if Warren doesn't say something within 2 minutes, we'll do it again.
But shout out to Warren for giving us that $10 super chat.
I know we get right back to him. You know what I'm saying? We give about a quarter.
That is good juju right there.
That's right. See, I mean, you put the super chat in there. That's good juju. Warren is here. All right, Warren. So here's how you claim your prize. You have to join the village. The village is free to join if you're not in there already. But the village is you go to blackwealthrebels.com and you sign up to be a member of our community, which we call the village. You know what I'm saying? Once you're in the village, you can go either to the chat that says open chat for everybody, or you can shoot an inbox to us, the Black Wealth Rebels, and you give us your Lightning address from Cash App, right? How you do that is you go to Cash App, click Bitcoin, click receive. You'll see a QR code pop up. Tap the QR code. It'll say Bitcoin address and Lightning address. Send us your Lightning address. For those that don't know what Lightning is, it's a layer 2 to Bitcoin that allows you to exchange within seconds, and it's relatively free. So, it may cost you a couple cents, but it's free, and you exchange value in seconds. So that's why we use Lightning as a way to get money to those that win within the village. But join the village, go to your Cash App, hit Bitcoin, hit receive, which is the up arrow, down arrow. See the QR code, tap the QR code. Oh, that's new raw, man. I didn't know that. All right, so never mind.
It's backwards.
But you know what, though? I get that. I didn't realize that was the same person. I swear to you, I didn't realize that was the same person. All right, never mind, man. I didn't. YouTube is changing all y'all names, huh?
Yeah, they doing something.
Oh, you got a big body Ben, huh?
All
right.
I want to ask our audience: did anybody look up where Eskimo brothers were?
Yo, chill, bro. Yo, chill.
I'm gonna look at
chill. Yo, man. Yo, shout to my brother Beans,
about
man.
this for forever, yo. Forever.
Shout to my brother Beans, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Y'all out of pocket, man. Y'all out of pocket, yo. All right, y'all. So, New Raw, man, hit me up in the village. Send me your Lightning address. I got you right away. As soon as we get off here. For those that won last week, you didn't get it. Like, you gotta give me your Lightning address. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, make sure you're in the village, because we didn't come on live Sunday, but we dropped content on Sunday. Yo, man, see now Kamari is really out of pocket. Listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you're in the village, because even if we're not live, some content will be in the village on Sunday. Maybe alive, maybe not alive. But we love y'all. Peace.
y'all be great. Y'all be great.